There appears to be an element of buyer's remorse on the part of many of the voters down here in the kingdom who made their X next to Jacob Zuma's head on May 29. If the results of by-elections are anything to go by, the MK party took only one of the 23 wards that were up for grabs in the 14 municipalities around South Africa where by-elections were held to replace the councillors who moved further up the political feeding chain after the general elections. Jacob MK party scooped Ward 14 in the Reino-Nyoni municipality on the KwaZulu-Natal South Coast, unseating DEC, which has held the ward for decades, but elsewhere in the kingdom all the contested wards were retained by the ANC, the Inkatha Freedom Party and the Democratic Alliance. While the MK party's share of the vote dropped dramatically from its first outing at the polls, the MK party may have taken 45% of the KwaZulu-Natal vote in May, but its voters appear to have either stayed at home or voted for somebody else in Wednesday's by-elections in the province. In Ward 33 where I live, the MK party wiped out the economic freedom fighters on May 29 when it took 26.357896, brought in its marquee signing of the political transfer window Floyd Shivambu to try to win the ward where his old party's provincial headquarters are based. Floyd was all over the ward and social media before the by-election voting day, talking up MK's plan to win control of UMO, Glenwood and Bulwer, and to swallow up the smaller parties to the left of DEC and take over Mazini. If Floyd was to be believed, Ward 33 was a done deal, a 2-in for the MK party in an area where the DA was failing and DEC was dead. Floyd was right about DEC, but it dropped from 28% in May to 4% yesterday, but the MK party lost half of the votes it took in the ward. The DA doubled its vote, which may be where DEC support migrated to the MK party's big money signing. Appears to have been a bit of a dud electorally speaking, not the results Shivambu would have hoped for on his first outing in the Municipal League as the MK party's national organizer, or Zuma for that matter. One wonders whether the old man too, like the voters in the kingdom, is having buyer's remorse over his shiny new national organizer or the other signings he has made since the votes were counted. The political punters may have been queuing up to jump aboard the Zuma bandwagon since the final results were announced, but the party's new acquisition seemed to have cost it votes rather than delivering their constituents to Zuma. Zuma will have been wanting a result from the high-profile playmates he had brought in as MPs and parliamentary leaders since the May elections, unless they're just there for decoration. But if they were brought in to number the numbers further rather than delivering a drop in the voter share, Zuma can't be pleased. Neither can the MK rank and file, the people who actually campaigned and voted for the party ahead of the elections, only for the celebrities to be brought in at their expense in Parliament and the provincial legislature. Is the party already paying the price? Don't forget to like, comment and follow us for more updates.